If I could only figure out how to get my team motivated.
We are never going to get this project done on time.
Oh my God, my payroll numbers are insane. Why are we having all this overtime?
Do you have these or similar employee problems? Do you feel like some of your employees are just there for a paycheck? Tired of recruiting, interviewing, onboarding, and training just to find out you must do it all over again? Then it's time for you to find out how to have outrageously awesome employees. Sit back, buckle up, and get ready because we're about to drop a knowledge bomb on you. Please welcome to the mic the host of the show, the man who puts the human in human resources, the 007 of team building, the emperor of employee engagement, Randy Starr.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of How to Have Outrageously Awesome Employees. Today, we've got an excellent guest. We're going to have some fun today for sure. Her name is Erika Barca. Erika is a human resources and safety generalist for NCH Corporation. Good afternoon, Erika. How are you today?
Good afternoon. I'm really good, Randy.
Awesome. Hey, I like to get these things started by giving you the opportunity just to let all the listeners know who you are, what you've done, positions you've held, that type of thing. So tell us a little bit about your background.
I'm going to tell you about my background. I'm just going to make it short because otherwise we'll be here all night.
Okay.
But I've been in human resources for 10 years. I started working as an HR administrator in 2008. It was a small company here in Reno, and it's a little biggest city in the world.
Right.
So it is a small, but not really. We keep growing and growing. I started, as an HR administrator, and then after that, I decided that HR it was my passion. And I got a job with the service companies, well-known, especially in Florida, as a recruiter. And then I got promoted until I became an HR manager. I have continued my education. I'm currently doing my master's in human resources.
Awesome.
And last year, I have decided to leave the hospitality industry and transfer into manufacturing. That's one of the reasons why I'm NCH. And I'm currently working here since October 2017 for LSP Products Group. It's a division of NCH Corporation.
So you left hospitality.
Correct.
To go into manufacturing.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the group, the subsidiary of NCH that you're with?
LSP Products.
LSP Products. And what do they make?
We do plumbing parts.
Oh, cool. So how many employees do you have currently in your current role?
Over here, I have about 70 employees.
70? So that's...
Mm-hmm.
So you make a pretty large impact on a daily basis if you have 70 people.
I do.
Yeah.
And as you know, I'm the safety person in here. So
Yeah.
I do my walks every day. I do have a very close relationship with all employees.
What a great pairing, HR and safety, because you have to go out and walk the floor or the warehouse or the production line or whatever you call it. But you have to go out and be seen on a daily basis by all the employees, right?
Yes.
No, that's just phenomenal. That's great. So you said that HR became a passion. So what is it about human resources that was so interesting or passionate that you stay in that field and you don't move on somewhere else?
It's the day-to-day work, and especially the relationship that I have with the employees, that I'm able to make a change on their lives, not only at work, but in their personal. And that's how I got the respect from the majority of the employees, because I'm not like really an office person. I always go out, and if I have to help, I do.
That's awesome. So you obviously like to help people, but not just at work. You like to make an impact on them as a human being, which would also spill over into their personal life as well.
That is correct, Randy.
That's awesome. See, that's why you were in hospitality, because you like to serve people. But then
Yes, and hospitality, it's awesome, but absorbs a lot of time from you. And when you start having family, it's kind of hard to balance both.
It is. It's a very demanding industry.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time from you, a lot of hours on a daily basis. It's demanding, that's for sure. So awesome. Hey, can you tell us a story about what you would consider to be one of your greatest accomplishments so far in human resources?
Of course, and I'm going to continue talking about NCH. This is a great family.
Cool.
But also, when I started working here back in October of 2017, I came to a very, very, very negative work environment. And I have been able to change all that around.
Mm-hmm.
I can consider now NCH or LSC as a very positive, a big family, and we have a really good teamwork.
That's great. That's great. So you came into a situation that wasn't favorable. I mean, you had a lot of work to do.
Yes. I've been working here for 9 months already. And I mean, my job is not done yet.
Right. But you've already made an impact, because if you're speaking so glowingly of it, you've obviously made some changes pretty quickly.
Yes. And I'm going to share kind of like my successful story here. But the company's been here in Carson City, Nevada for 47 years. Wow. And I have a lot of employees that they've been working here for 24, 25 plus years.
Wow.
And they have never done a biometric screening or a health fair. And I was able to accomplish that this year. And I mean, that was something very, very positive from all the employees.
I would imagine so. God, that's crazy. So you just walk in, immediately evaluate and see a need and take that need. And in doing that, something that you probably, thought, oh, this is pretty routine stuff. They're like, oh, wow, this individual cares about us. So things are changing. That's great. Hey, tell us what you do to help your employees grow.
Like I told you previously, I do spend a lot of time with employees, but something that I try to concentrate is in coaching, training them, and dedicate all my time for the employee success. I don't push anybody, and everything is based on a personal goal. But when they look for me, they always find a good help.
Awesome. I would imagine they look for you a lot.
Yes. And I told them what I was going to be doing today, because I'm in my office right now.
Right.
And I told them, please give me a break for a little bit.
Don't knock on my door. That's awesome. So you've obviously been dealing with and had a passion with employees for several years. Tell us about a time when you've helped a particular employee overcome a challenge.
I'm going to talk about this specific person because now she became my best friend.
Oh, cool.
And, before she considered herself as my enemy. she started an internship at the service companies. She came from Syria.
Okay.
Totally different culture.
Yes.
Yes. The English was kind of like broken English, but I was able to turn her around 360 degrees. And I'm very, very proud of her. Now she's working for an awesome company. She's working for Oracle, and she's an HR analysis. I'm very, very proud because I feel like she was my student, my daughter.
Oh, there you go.
That I took her hand by hand. I teach her a lot of the stuff that I knew. At that time, I was the HR manager for her, and she keeps calling me. I mean, I'm not going to say every day, but at least once a week. And she's very pleased, and she's always thanked me for the kind of manager I was with her.
Well, that's awesome. And you'll probably have a relationship with her forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's one of those that after being your insubordinate, and then they became friends, and it's something that they're going to be forever.
Yep, exactly. And always will have high regard and respect both ways. So you're obviously proud of her for what she's accomplished. She's obviously thankful to you for helping her. So that's a great relationship. Hey, right now, outside of safety training, what type of training do you feel is important for your employees?
Time management, engaging, and something that I do concentrate a lot more, it's on the business and leadership skills.
Oh. So you try to help teach them business skills and leadership skills.
Yes.
And these are
not everybody can. I'm sorry, Randy.
No, go ahead.
Not everybody can be a supervisor or manager, but most of the people, they always like to keep growing within the company, and I mean, why not make more money?
Right. So you're teaching them business and leadership skills, even though they may not become a supervisor or a manager, but they probably become better employees because of that, right?
Correct.
Yeah. What a concept. Teach people about the business that they work in and how to be a leader. I think one of the biggest issues in this country right now when it comes to business is that so many of us think that the leader is the person at the top of the ladder. It's the CEO or the president of the company, or in the hotel, it's the general manager, versus having a thought process of everybody can be a leader. They don't have to
Correct.
They don't have to be the head honcho. They don't have to be the owner of the company. Supervisors can be leaders. They have a group of people that report to them, so they can be leaders. You can be a leader of one, in my opinion. Learn leadership, learn the business, go to work as hard as you can, do the best that you can for yourself, and everything else will work out.
Correct.
Yeah, that's great.
Correct.
I'm so glad to hear you do that, because that's amazing. I'll be interested to hear about your business in another 12 and 24 months. I mean, you've already obviously done a lot in 9 months. I'll be interested to see what happens in the next 2 years.
Sure, Randy. And a lot of the times when you deal a lot with the labor, just the general labor people, they don't understand what we make. We have a lot of people involved. Sales, with our production, quality, they don't understand, like the pyramid, the way it goes. So that's why I've been doing that. So explain them a little bit what we do, because it's so easy sometimes to complain. You're not paying me enough. You're not doing this. Why? A lot of questions from them, but because they don't understand. the whole entire process.
Wow. Education. You know, I find it so hard to believe. And, you know, the company's been there for 43 years. You've got employees that have been there 20 plus years. You walk in and in 9 months, they're getting stuff from you they haven't gotten in the last 22 years.
That is correct.
That's amazing.
That
because
is correct.
Why is it that we don't teach laborers, workers, the people that are doing all the work, the people that do the majority of the work, they're responsible.
That is correct. See,
they're responsible.
And that's kind of like, and that's kind of like the mentality that I have, because if it was not for them, I will not have a job.
Right. Nobody
would
would.
not need me.
Nobody would.
Correct.
I mean, I was in the hotel business for 20 years, and I loved my housekeepers, every last one of them, because if they didn't clean the rooms, I had to clean them. And if there weren't enough of them, I couldn't clean them all. And nobody, I mean, we taught them how to clean a room, and we taught them how to punch in, how to punch out. We taught them the rules, but nobody ever taught them the business. I remember teaching housekeepers revenue management. My boss thought I was crazy. I said, why is it crazy? They work in the business. They should understand why we do what we do. But yeah, that's phenomenal. You keep it up, Erika.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And you know, for the rest of the human resources people that we have out there, as they can ask themselves what they really do if they help employees, and if I ever put themselves in their shoes and clean a room with them, assemble a stuff, you know, like we do the plumbing parts here.
Right.
I mean, how many people can really say, oh, I have done that. I broke my nail, but don't worry about it. I'm going to go and fix it.
Right.
But the relationship that you build with your employee has no price.
Oh, it's amazing. We call it managing by wandering around. I never wanted an office. Didn't need one because I was very rarely in it. I wanted to walk around and not just to see the employees, not just to see the front desk people, the housekeepers, the maintenance people, but to see the customers, see the guests, see the people that were in the restaurant, see the people that were, you know, coming to the hotel to meet people, be present, get feedback, show them show the employees that you cared, show the customers that you cared. You learn so much. Trust me, and I did everything. I started as a front desk clerk, but I trained in housekeeping several times, and I would take my suit coat off and jump in and clean a room in a heartbeat. Now, granted, I'll be honest, it might not have been the perfect time for me to do it, and I might not have wanted to do it at the time, but it needed to get done, and the person needed the help, so I did it. And you build so much trust and such a great relationship with your employees, and they become your friends to an extent. You know, I don't think you can manage any better. I don't think there's any better way to do it. And when you do that for the employee, they engage to you, and at the end they're going to be loyal, and they're not going to want to leave from there. Yeah. Oh, 100%. It's proven, scientifically proven, that if you have a highly engaged employee, even if they get a job offer doing the same thing that pays them a little bit more money, they're going to stay with you because they know you've got their back.
Yes, exactly. So for all that HR people that they're wondering about retention, what can we do? We just give the answer, right?
Yep, we did. We did. Well, you did. I just piggybacked off what you said. Okay, look, I know you're busy, and there's probably people wanting to knock on your door, Erika. So tell us, what do you think makes an employee outrageously awesome?
When they feel like you trust them, you listen to them, you always have time, you make them feel special. And, just think that everybody is special, everybody's the same, don't treat them different, and they're going to be a really awesome employee.
Agree 100% again. That's awesome. I can't write fast. I take notes to these whole things. I can't write fast enough. Listen to them. The listening is the most crucial piece of communication. Trust, which is, in my opinion, a combination of respect and fairness. Make them feel special. Recognition. Just giving them the time. You said that. Have time for them. Always have time for them. When you walk by an employee who's obviously walking up to you to ask you a question and you hold your hand up as you walk by, like, don't bother me now, I've got something to do. You just lost a perfect opportunity to build engagement. And none of them are different. They're all the same because we're all human beings. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where they grew up, where they were born, nothing. They're all human beings. They're all people.
Yes.
That's what makes it so fun, is people. So anyhow, okay, I've got one more question for you. It's really not for me. This is going to be for those HR people that we've been talking to. Erika, let's say that there is someone listening today who has just started a career in human resources, or maybe they're going to school in human resources like you are to get your master's, right? Okay.
Yes.
Or maybe they just got a job, whatever it is. They're new in HR. What words of wisdom would you give them to help them be successful?
Take always in consideration that if this is going to be the career for you, you have to be patient. You have to be a good listener. The most important is you have to be a people person. And HR is a fabulous career. You get paid while you get fun, right?
Right.
It's, the way I see it, it's not really a job. I see it like I can help other people with the dreams come true.
Wow. That's phenomenal. Erika, you, this has been actually relatively quick. So like about 15, 20 minutes or so. You have dropped knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb. This is phenomenal. I mean, just great stuff on every aspect. I mean, it boils down to, it's not a job, treat people the right way, include them, make them feel important, talk to them, listen to them. I mean, hopefully you do that kind of stuff at home with the people that you
I do.
Yeah. So,
I do.
Well,
I have a teenager son.
Uh-oh. I've got one of those too. So very cool. Erika, thank you for your time. Thank you for all of your wisdom and your experiences. Everybody is going to love this. For those of you who are listening who may or may not be connected to Erika on LinkedIn, she's on LinkedIn. It's Erika, Erika, Barca, Barca. And she's with NCH Corporation. Again, she's the Human Resources and Safety Generalist at that organization. Erika, you've been awesome. Thank you again so very much for taking time to talk with us today. And I am going to conclude this episode. So any of you folks who are watching or listening for the first time, hit the subscribe button and we'll let you know when we have another edition. Thanks, everybody, and bye for now.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Please feel free to contact Randy with any questions about team building or employee engagement issues. Subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified when new episodes are published.